Welcome back guys to another episode of Next Gen VR. In this video you're watching the first ever review on YouTube of the Varjo VR-3, and I'm really looking forward to detailing all of the features this wonderful headset has and how it compares to all other headsets. So without further ado, let's jump into the next generation. The Varjo VR-3 is an enterprise-focused headset with a full-frame bionic display that features human eye resolution. This includes a focus area of 27 × 27 degrees at 70 ppd using Micro-OLED and 1920 × 1920 pixels per eye. And then we have the peripheral display at over 30 ppd LCD at 2880 × 2720 pixels per eye. Now to put that into perspective, current headsets like the HP Reverb G2, the Pimax 8KX, and the Vive Pro 2 have a PPD of between 20 to 25. So you can imagine what over 70 PPD is like. The human eye can distinguish pixels at between 50 to 60 ppd. So anything beyond that is true human eye resolution, meaning going any higher than 70 will not yield you noticeable improvement. And so this is very cool, and the peripheral area alone has more pixels density than consumer headsets currently out. Now this has Micro-OLED displays, so it has 99% color space sRGB panels. It also features a 90 Hz refresh rate, a claim of 115 degrees horizontal FOV, and Auto-IPD adjustment, hand tracking, eye tracking, and Steam VR support. Now let's talk about the pricing of this business-oriented headset. So for the Varjo VR-3, you're looking at $3,195 for the headset itself, and you will be required to purchase at a minimum a 1-year subscription of $795 a year. After 1 year, you are allowed to switch to a monthly subscription. You can also save some money by purchasing a 2-year or a 3-year subscription. However, if you buy, you can also ask for a lifetime subscription, and a lifetime subscription costs $2,495. And if you buy from a reseller, they usually give you a discount on the headset. So you're looking at the headset for $3,045 plus a lifetime subscription of $2,495. Now onto the build quality and ergonomics. This headset is one of the most advanced I have ever seen. There is a knob to adjust the back as in standard headsets. However, instead of having a top strap, you're looking at a adjustment knob on the top, and you're looking on the side these dials that let you tilt the headset to match your particular face shape. The headset features exhaust vents on the top and the bottom, allowing the headset to stay cool, and I must say that while using this headset, the heat was quite minimal. Unlike traditional VR headsets that let you rotate the headset, this one does not let you do so. So in order to put the headset on, you need to unscrew the back as far as it'll go, and then when you put it on, you need to tilt the headset down, and then when you put it on, as if you're scooping the headset up. And this is how you put it on with glasses as well. And there is still plenty of room for glasses. When I first put on this headset, what I noticed immediately was a geometric distortion when turning my head. So when I would turn my head, there would be like a warping sensation where it would be like the picture kind of waves as you look around. And then I found out that I didn't have the headset adjusted for my face shape. So the 2 dials on the sides of the headset, you have to turn them to match your face shape. So if you turn them down, they tilt the headset down, and if you turn them up, they tilt it up. So I found around the middle setting to be the best for me, and after doing that, geometric distortion was very minimal to non-existent. The Varjo VR-3 is a headset that uses 2 cables that connect into 2 link boxes right here, and each link box has its own power supply, DisplayPort cable, and USB cable. So you're looking at 2 USB ports, 2 display ports, and 2 power adapters. The two power adapters are the squares I have plugged in here. This one and this one. So this thing is quite the beast. Now, since this is a beast of a headset, don't expect anything less than a 3080 to run this headset well. I personally used a RTX 3090 with an i9-9900K CPU, and the performance was actually surprisingly decent for a headset that has human eye resolution. I found the performance to be close to one of the consumer headsets I've reviewed before. So now onto comfort. I found that the headset is pretty comfortable if you're not wearing glasses because of the design of the two knobs on the top and the back. However, if you're wearing glasses, with a narrow width, you should have a comfortable experience. If your glasses are slightly wider, you might feel your glasses pressing a bit on your face. So it all depends on that. But overall, the headset is pretty comfortable to use. However, over time, you might start to feel a bit of the heaviness of the headset. Now, in terms of audio, there is no built-in audio solution, but it does feature a headphone jack that lets you plug in your headphones. So I personally tried it with these headphones, and it fit just fine over the headset. And now let's talk about one of the coolest features this headset has, and that is Auto-IPD Adjustment. So as soon as you put it on this headset, the eye calibration automatically detects the distance of your eyes, and it automatically moves the lenses mechanically farther away or closer in to match your IPD without you having to do anything else. There's also an option in the software to manually adjust this. However, I find the Auto-IPD gets it exactly right every time. So now onto resolution. The feature that makes this headset famous is a human eye resolution, and I must say that when I tried this headset out, everything was the clearest and sharpest I have ever seen. I've played games like Half-Life Alyx, Pavlov, Asgard's Wrath, some flight sims. Everything is just the clearest you could possibly see. And when I viewed my desktop in this headset, I could clearly read all of the smallest text on the screen. So in this headset is just like viewing a monitor in real life. In terms of the picture quality, this headset has the best clarity I have ever seen out of any VR headset I have ever used. It is the sharpest, clearest picture you could possibly see. Everything was just so easy to read. You could read the smallest text on a poster in Half-Life Alyx from a far distance. There is just absolutely no issues, and it blew my mind just looking down at my Alyx hands how much clarity there really is in this headset. It's just amazing. Using the latest version of the ROV test tool, I did some tests on glare, and I could see absolutely no glare in this headset. There is, no matter how much you turn your head, just absolutely glare free in this headset, and that's amazing. And another thing I tested is the sweet spot, which was huge. It covered almost the entire lens. When I was looking at this circular text, I could look around just with my eyes and not move my head and see text far up. And then eventually when you get to the very, very far periphery, then it becomes a bit blurry. But overall, the sweet spot is bigger than any other headset I've used, including the Reverb G2, the Vive Pro 2, and the Pimax 8KX. So here we have through the lens footage of the HMD in ROV test tool, and you can see this through the lens video of that there's absolutely no glare issues whatsoever. And I'm recording this on my camera, phone camera. And here is the sweet spot farther away. You can see you can clearly read all the text. Everything is just super ultra sharp, and the sweet spot is huge. And here it is a bit closer up to the HMD, so still pretty sharp in almost edge-to-edge clarity. And now onto colors and contrast. I must say that this headset truly feels like OLED. It has vibrant, rich colors and beautiful contrast. It is just incredible viewing scenes in games like Half-Life Alyx and Asgard's Wrath. Just the sharpness and combined with the vibrant colors just really makes everything so much more immersive. You're looking at really nice custom-made lenses that have absolutely no visible concentric rings like you see on traditional Fresnel lenses. These lenses are completely smooth without any visible rings whatsoever. Now I will show you guys through the lens footage of this headset. So this is through the lens footage I took of Half-Life Alyx, and one of the challenges I had is that the headset goes idle every 5 to 10 seconds when you're not using it, and I couldn't figure out how to make it not go idle. So when I'm recording it, I tried to get as much as I could for you guys in this Half-Life Alyx scene, but sometimes the HMD will go to sleep quickly. So also keep in mind that any imperfections you see are from my camera and not from the picture you see in the lens. And also the flickering is just the frame rate of my camera, which is a Samsung Galaxy S21 phone. Now onto the field of view. I must say that in this headset, it feels similar to the Reverb G2, except it feels wider than the G2 because of that huge sweet spot. So overall, it feels close to the Vive Pro 2, still less than that, but because of that really big sweet spot and clarity, it's just feels like there's more usable FOV than the G2, which has blurriness in the periphery. And obviously, if you're paying for the best, you can expect the best with this headset. Unlike the VR2, on the VR3 the gasket is not removable. So in order to improve FOV, you're looking at an existing thin face foam already, but I tried it with a 6mm foam and was able to get slightly more FOV from that. So the only way to increase FOV would be to change an experiment with between different foams, as the gasket is not removable. Alright, so now let's do an FOV test. But before I get started, I want to let you guys know that this really depends on your face shape. So right now I'm wearing this headset and I can still see a tiny bit of light coming from underneath, and that's because my nose has not fully entered under the nose flaps. So if I push the HMD closer, I can get it to completely block out the light from underneath. So this depends on your face shape. This gasket was designed slightly narrower than the Vive Pro 2, so you might have to just tighten the knob in the back to make it closer. So I'm going to do this as close as possible while still having a comfortable experience. And right now it feels pretty comfortable, so let's get started. So we're going to measure horizontal FOV first. And we're getting up there. 78, 80, 82, 84. So I get about 82 degrees horizontally, but if I was able to get my face closer, like moving it in to where my nose would be fully under the gasket, I can still see the bars, and then I would get to about 94 degrees horizontally. So you can try using a thinner 6mm foam in order to improve this. Now for me personally, I was able to get to about 86 degrees with the 6mm foams, so you can improve the FOV by using thinner foams. But this is just showing you guys the standard foam. Then let's test vertical FOV. So around 68 is when I can't see any further, but now let's move my HMD closer to my face to try to simulate what an ideal face shape would look like. And with that, if you use a thinner foam, you can get up to about 78 degrees vertically. So yeah. Alright, now I'm going to do an FOV test with the face film entirely removed. So it's surprisingly not too bad without the face film, and if I add some padding around where the spots that matter, this should be a comfortable experience. So let's see how much more FOV I get without any foam. Okay, wow, without the foam, you guys, I get 100 degrees horizontal, and let's check vertical. Vertically I get about 76, so pretty nice improvement over the standard foam. So I'm going to figure out how to make this more comfortable while still experiencing this. And there's still some room for glasses, even having my lenses this close. So yeah. When running the latest version of RISA's HMDQ tool, I got about 102 degrees horizontal and 81 degrees vertical. And this tool just simply does mathematical calculations to determine the objective FOV. But obviously the FOV is going to be subjective to everyone's face shape. So now let's talk about fitting glasses. So if you have glasses like these ones, which are pretty thin, you should have no issues with it. But I also have narrower glasses like these. And I found that these glasses were more comfortable in the headset because they were lower frame width. So just keep that in mind. But other than that, there's no issues fitting glasses, and even with the foam removed, there is still plenty of space for glasses. And the lenses are hard coated, so they help to prevent any scratches. Now you're all wondering, how does this beast of a headset perform in a 3090? Well, I was surprised that actually it performed pretty well for the human eye resolution you get. So in Half-Life Alyx, I had smooth 90 frames per second, maybe some occasional hiccups, but pretty impressive for this HMD. And then I tried Pavlov, and most maps were smooth there. I tried Asgard's Wrath and had a perfectly smooth experience in that game. So yeah, it's pretty decent performance if you have a beefy PC for it. In terms of tracking, this headset uses SteamVR base stations, and while they recommend using 4 base stations, I had no issues at all with perfectly smooth tracking using 2 base stations. Now let's talk about the Varjo software. So in order to use the headset, you need to download a software called Varjo Base, and the setup process is pretty simple and straightforward. Here you have a lot of nice features, and here you have your headset view, and you can take screenshots and record videos. Over to the right in their headset, you can enable automatic IPD adjustment, which will adjust it automatically, or you can adjust it manually through here and it'll automatically do it for you hardware wise. Then we have image quality improvements, like you can smooth the image to minimize tearing when you're moving quickly, but that'll introduce a loss in image quality. You have vertical synchronization, which does something similar. And you have motion smoothing, which you can enable if you want. Then under presentation, you can optimize performance. That would shut down any processes not used by the main application that you're using. Under system, you can set up SteamVR room scale, but this is also where I go to launch SteamVR. And we can set the render resolution, OpenVR, OpenXR support. And overall, this is really nice software with lots of features to improve performance. You can start the eye calibration process and so on. Now the great thing is there's a Discord server dedicated to consumer enthusiasts who want to get the Varjo VR-3 called Varjo for Fun. And I'll provide a link in the description below for this server. So here you can get support, and there are Varjo employees in this Discord. We also have a couple resellers in this Discord as well, such as Silver Draft. And here you can view general discussion, reviews and feedback, and other stuff, and discuss games and how to improve performance. So this is a really great Discord server for people who are interested. Alright, so now my overall thoughts. So this is a really great headset. The resolution is so good that it's just like seeing real life. The colors and contrast are superb, which makes it really pop the image. And so you get very immersed in this headset. But when you remove the face foam, you get such a wider FOV as well that it feels closer to the Vive Pro 2 FOV, or just such a more immersive experience. So I'm going to be in a later video figuring out how to add a little bit of padding, just enough for comfort, but in order to maximize the FOV. So who exactly is this headset for? Well, obviously for business or enterprise users, but also for consumers who are willing to spend the most for the best VR experience. Whether you're a sim racer, or whether you want to watch movies in VR without any screen door and human eye resolution, then that is something to consider. So thanks for watching my review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for many more videos about the latest and greatest VR headsets, and tips and tricks on how to improve your VR experience. See you guys next time.